Welcome back to Talking Dragon Age, the show where I talk about Dragon Age. This is another Musings episode, this time on Darkspawn, specifically how they serve in the games as enemies. I want to start off here with Darkspawn design. They really make a point of telling you how evil Darkspawn are. Even seasoned soldiers get highly unnerved by them. They say you can feel the evil around them, but the art design doesn't always convey that. They look like they could just be monsters. Even some demons look scarier. Compared to when we first encounter the Broodmother in DAO, going through those tunnels with the fleshy sacks and filth all over the walls, listening to Hespith's poem and then meeting her, and all that followed by this monstrosity? Nope, none of that. See, this is how you do it. Make me unnerved. And then in Awakening, the children. Nope, no. If it's not the faces, it's the creepy crawling noises that they make. These things make me want to set fire to the deep roads. And then there are Shrieks. Even Ren is unnerved by them. And if we look at their codex entry in Inquisition, then it's clear they're meant to be petrifying. If you're going to have stuff like that, you can't go halfway with these basic screeches. You've got to go full-on nails on a chalkboard. Do some audio editing to make it more bearable, but make people hate fighting these things. Now, of course you can't make people not want to play the game, but let's be real here. The Darkspawn are horror villains. You've got to make them horrifying. And I'm sure there's some behind-the-scenes stuff that make it difficult to do that. This is just me. And don't get me wrong, I don't want Dragon Age to turn into a horror game. I just want the Darkspawn specifically to be more frightening. But there's more I want to talk about with their design. This is more lore-based, and I left this out of the main Darkspawn episode because I couldn't really think of a way to fit it in. But their armor... Am I crazy, or does this resemble a crude imitation of Tevinter? I mean, we don't have a lot of examples of ancient Tevinter armor, but we do have Venatori, which bears certain similarities. But more importantly, Corypheus. This armor has become part of his body. I sincerely doubt he or anyone else made that after he became a Darkspawn, meaning he wore this into the Black City. And while we don't have many examples of Tevinter armor, we do see a fair bit of other things, like these inconveniently shaped chests and the metal we see in their ancient architecture. Maybe I'm reading too much into this, but I can't help but see similarities, and it makes me wonder why they designed their armor this way. I would assume it's inspired by the Calling, but would that mean that Tevinter designed their stuff around what the old gods said to them? Again, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but I really wanted to bring that up. I should also mention a codex entry that shows up in Awakening. The Darkspawn scavenge their armor from the deep roads, from lost tags and battlefields where vast armies once clashed. Okay, well, that's actually not true. I mean, their armor does not really resemble Dwarven, right? Or even Shabratal. Plus, we see a Darkspawn forge in Origins. What? Alright, well, moving on, I want to talk a bit about their behavior. I think they are more intelligent than they're commonly believed to be. They make nests, they go on raids, and pull females back down to become broodmothers. They even feel fear, like when Flemeth shows up as a dragon in DA2. Look at this guy. He knows he's screwed. But they also sometimes attack at random. They have the wherewithal to set up bases, forge their own armor, and so on. All this without an awakened archdemon to tell them what to do. And then there are emissaries. Apparently they are capable of higher thought, despite not being free of the Calling. Along with Darkspawn alphas, they command groups of lesser Darkspawn. I find it odd that they aren't all constantly trying to reach the next old god, and they just kind of sit around for the most part. I mean, lesser Darkspawn aren't required to breed. Raids on the surface are uncommon enough to make most people kind of forget they exist. They attack Orzammar and Kalsharok, of course, but the deep roads span the entire continent, and they're apparently all over them. So what about the guys that aren't in these immediate areas? I don't know, it was just something I was thinking about. This isn't criticism, by the way. It's just me wondering and trying to pad out the length of this video. But I think that is it for now, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember, Tala Nadas.